Hi everyone, broadcasting from G50, it's a great day to be a Dodger. I'm Joe Carfano.
And I'm Cindy Bruns. Today we'll be highlighting a variety of different topics ranging from the history of Christmas all the way to the effects of socialization during COVID.
As you all know, I'm an extremely health conscious person and I've been taking the necessary precautions and minimizing my social gatherings as to not put anybody else at risk. But things are slowly starting to get back together and I even went to a hockey game the other day.
We're going to take an in-depth look at that hockey game as well as a comedic roundtable of MHS students and the Clash of the Ice Cream Cakes.
As a participant in that taste testing, I just want to say it was the best part of my day and not just because I got free cake.
But the free cake was good. It was a lot of fun.
More fun and festivities around the corner as Christmas approaches this Saturday. Now, let's hand it over to Neve to tell us more about the history of Santa.
Who is Santa? Jolly St. Nicholas has long been a symbol of Christmas, but when and how exactly did that start? As we look deeper into the history of Mr. Claus, we recommend that any ears who still hear the magic exit the room. The name Santa Claus originates from the Dutch name for St. Nicholas, Sinterklaas, which is a shortened form of St. Nicholas. Our modern interpretation of Santa evolved from a monk who was born in 280 AD in modern-day Turkey. He became the subject of legends as a result of his kindness and generosity, especially towards children. St. Nicholas became the patron saint of Russia, Greece, sailors, and children as a result of his widespread influence. Throughout the Renaissance, he was considered the most popular saint in all of Europe. He was so popular that even through the Protestant Reformation, he continued to be glorified despite it being widely discouraged by the Church. At the end of the 18th century, Santa made his way over to the Western Hemisphere. Moreover, in 1809, Washington Irving further popularized Santa after he referred to him as the patron saint of his book, which detailed the history of New York. Due to his depiction in the book, it was around this time that Santa adopted his famous red waistcoat. Moving forward, in the early 19th century, stores began advertisement for Christmas gift shopping, so much so that newspapers developed columns specifically for holiday advertisements that often included Santa Claus. It was at this point Santa emerged from having strictly religious significance and entered a world of commerce. In 1841, children flocked to Philadelphia to view a life-size model of Santa, and after that, it was only a matter of time before real-life Santas became commonplace advertisements. In 1947, Kris Kringle made a name for himself in modern entertainment in the classic film Miracle on 34th Street. Santa's trick of moving from chimney to chimney, as well as his quintessential sleigh led by 9 reindeer, was popularized by the poem by Clement Clarke Moore entitled An Account of a Visit from St. Nicholas, or more commonly referred to as 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. Perhaps the company that had the most influence over Santa Claus is Coke. Before 1931, Santa had many differing depictions. In some areas, he was an elf. In others, he was unwelcoming. There were even evil depictions of Santa. That all changed when Coca-Cola released paintings of the chubby, rosy-cheeked Santa Claus that we all know and love. The artist who created the iconic advertisements was illustrator Haddon Sundblom, who drew inspiration from Moore's poem. To explore further into Santa's international influence, we go to Sasha in the field.
Thank you, Neve. Culturally, Santa Claus and Christmas have had different interpretations and traditions depending where in the world you look. Personally, as a Russian, my comrades can agree that we do things a little differently that depart from traditional American celebration. Now, enough about myself. Now I'd like to bring it to Ms. Latke, a teacher at Madison High School, here to talk about her Ukrainian origins and traditions during this beloved holiday. Ms. Latke, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking me on.
Of course. Now, Ms. Latke, you are of Ukrainian descent. How do your traditions vary from what you see in America, and what is the biggest difference, in your opinion, between how America celebrates Christmas and your traditions?
Lots of differences. Probably similar to some of the traditions you have, the Russian ones, but unique all the same. In Ukraine itself, as likely is the case in Russia too, the calendar is actually different. So Christmas doesn't happen on the 24th and the 25th. That happens on the 6th and the 7th of January. Just timing-wise, Christmas cards look different because they don't say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. They say Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, because it's in a different order on the calendar, because New Year's is still January 1st. But there's the Gregorian calendar is different from the Julian calendar. So there's two different church calendars in operation. But either way, like Japan, Christmas Eve is the more important day to celebrate, and it's a holy day. And there's no presents on Christmas. Christmas is just for celebrating sort of the religious piece of things. The gift giving occurs on St. Nicholas Day, which in our calendar, the American Western calendar, is December 6th. On the old church calendar is December 19th. But December 19th with Christmas being January 6th. So they're pretty spread apart. So that's another difference. And then there's a ton of different other traditions in terms of decorating the table and under the table, things that are in the room, all kinds of symbolic, mostly harvest related fertility symbols.
I can definitely relate to that a lot. And in terms of American traditions, have you maybe adopted any, or do you stick really close to your tradition?
Oh, that would be no fun if we just did it like everyone else does.
That makes sense.
No, we do it our way, and it's more meaningful that way, I feel like.
Yeah.
Whether you're religious or not, just having it be, it's special when it's culturally different.
Right.
So.
All right. Thank you so much for giving us and our viewers the opportunity to see Christmas through the lens of another culture. And I want to wish our viewers a very Merry Christmas, and everyone else a nice and relaxing holiday. Back to you, Neve.
Thank you, Sasha. Thank you, Ms. Ladke, and thank you to everybody who is watching. We hope you have a great holiday season, whether or not you recognize Santa Claus.
Thanks, Neve. I don't know, fried chicken on Christmas? I might have to make that my new tradition. I think if I had fried chicken on Christmas, I wouldn't even need presents.
I think you might be alone in that one, Joe. A lot of people are anticipating a lot of gifts under the tree this year, but that might not be possible due to the recent complications within the supply chain. Ben Preston will give us more on the subject.
As the holiday season approaches, the demand for products always increases. This often leads to some supply chain issues as businesses struggle to maintain their constant supply. This is usually manageable for local businesses, but this year with the COVID-19 pandemic, things seem to be a little different. Over the last few weeks, we've gone to local businesses in Madison, New Jersey to ask how the supply chain is affecting them.
Thanks, Ben. Today, I'm on the streets of Madison, New Jersey, interviewing local small business owners and talking to them about how the pandemic and supply chain issues have affected their industry. My name's Sam Klepper. This is Sam on the Street. So could you please start off by introducing yourself and your business?
Hi, I'm Christine Kozakowski from the Pink Pear.
My name is Mark, and our business is Prima on Main. We're a men's clothing store, and we sell casual clothing, and we rent and sell tuxedos.
Hi, I'm Janice Kochi, and my business is Home Sweet Home, and I also have another business in Verona, which is Remember When Antiques.
My name is Cristina Bossini, and I'm the owner of Healthy Italia. There is a retail store, an Italian marketplace, and a cooking school in Madison.
So in the early days of the pandemic, how was your business impacted? How did you reach your customers when maybe it wasn't so easy to do so?
In the early days of the pandemic, everything stopped. Certainly formal wear stopped. For over a year, we did zero business in formal wear. We had to close for 3 or 4 months.
Well, at the very beginning, we were closed. We were closed until mid-June. If you remember, they didn't have any of the stores opened.
Well, we closed down like everyone else, and we quickly put up a website, which we did not have previously, and then we did local deliveries.
So I had to shut down the cooking school because we couldn't have people coming in. So we focused just on the retail part of the business, and I started to cook more prepared meals and catering for people to pick up.
So much more recently, there's been a lot of talk about supply chain issues and how it's affected especially small and local businesses. How's that affected you and your ability to get products in?
I have to be honest with you, I haven't been impacted at all because I do vintage, a lot of vintage in here.
So it's affecting my business a lot because all the products that I sell in the store, they are directly imported from Italy. So to get them here, it takes double the time than it was taking before. So usually it's 18 days to get them here. Now it's a month and a half.
Well, we ordered very heavily in the beginning, and we were able to receive most items except for one company. We didn't receive much from them.
In formal wear business, on the retail end, certain things we can't get. The suppliers across the board can't get the same things, and it's unusual things like black suspenders we can't get.
What do you want to see happen in the future, and what do you expect to solve these issues?
I'm hoping that they'll be able to solve things overseas, which will in turn help us over here.
I don't know what's happening about shortage of all this stuff, but I don't know how it's going to be affordable for people to keep going with this increase of prices, because I don't think that the salary increased like as the prices increased. So I don't know.
So, to end off on a positive note, have there been any silver linings for your business coming out of the pandemic?
Silver linings. I'm just grateful. I have to tell you, I am grateful for all my customers. They come in year after year. They know we do all of this vintage Christmas, and they love our painting. So I'm just very, very grateful.
Actually, yes, it's brought people, made people more aware of shopping local and supporting their local small businesses, which has been really great.
Oh, absolutely. So the pandemic taught me so much how to pivot, how to reinvent yourself, on how to stay alive, how to cut costs, how you can do things by yourself. And if you keep going, if you don't give up, I think that people pay you back for it, for always being present.
We're still in business, so that's a positive. The level of community support for not only us, but all the small businesses in town has increased dramatically.
The supply chain has traditionally affected retail, but after speaking to our small businesses and everything they've been through, I'm certain that the town of Madison will be able to recover in no time. My name is Sam Klepper from Dodger Media Online. This has been Sam on the Street.
It's really disappointing to see that children won't be able to get the gifts they asked for this year, as COVID has slowed everything down. It has also stopped people from traveling last year.
Well, at least more people will be traveling this year. I remember this time last year, everyone was stuck in their house during Christmas.
It's been challenging over the year to get everyone back in school and socializing again, but people forget how long it's been since we all been in school together, so we're still trying to get back to normal.
Celeste is going to give us more info about socializing during COVID.
COVID-19 hit the United States in March of 2020. Socializing with other people was prohibited for the foreseeable future. Due to these circumstances, people have adapted to these changes, and since then, socializing has been changed forever. Even though many people are vaccinated and restrictions have been lifted, we ask the question, how do those changes affect us today? And how did it change? And for that answer, we interviewed people to find out.
Hi, so we have a few questions about COVID. So since COVID has impacted our social lives, how do you communicate with your friends and family?
Through like text, FaceTime, and like Snapchat, like when it's like not safe to be with them.
I would say I probably go on social media a lot more so that I can talk to people, and I FaceTime my friends a lot.
I use like Snapchat and Instagram a lot to do it, to talk to everyone.
Due to the effects of COVID-19, many people could not interact in person in hopes of preventing the spread of the virus. Because of this, many people turn to online methods of socializing, such as FaceTiming, texting, and using social media apps such as Snapchat or Instagram, with many others on the rise.
So I use social media a lot, honestly. Not a big surprise, but I use Snapchat, Instagram, and like I have family in different countries, so I communicate them on like WhatsApp.
With my friends, I usually communicate on either text or on FaceTime, and then sometimes we play video games. And then with my family, either they come over or on call or FaceTime.
I use like Snapchat, Instagram, but I usually just hang out with them in real life.
Many people wanted to return to in-person socializing as soon as possible in hopes of seeing their friends and loved ones. After over a year of isolation, people made that their top priority.
Do you feel like it's easier to talk to your friends pre-COVID or post-COVID, and why?
I feel like it's easier to talk to them after COVID, because I feel like because of COVID, I've kind of grown and like gotten close to them, because I didn't really have anyone to talk to but them. So yeah.
I feel like after COVID, because you know there's some people that maybe you haven't talked to in a while, and like maybe want to talk to them again, and you haven't seen them in a while. So I feel like it's easier, and like people are just nicer because you haven't seen them in a while.
I like notice a big like social disconnect with my friends.
I feel like for me, it doesn't really make a difference, so I'll say it's the same, but I think COVID has impacted all of our lives negatively, so.
Through the trials and tribulations of COVID-19, with many still not over, people realize the value of the time we spend with others. And in some ways, it helped to bring us even closer together. Many people have made an effort to reach out in any way they could. And with the tool of social media in our hands, that job just became a lot easier.
I think they're starting to feel more normal again. I miss hanging out with my friends.
Yeah, I really miss being with my friends too.
Me too. I actually celebrated one of my friend's birthdays the other day.
Oh, really? Did you have cake?
Of course.
Well, I heard you, Will, and Alexis actually found out who makes the best ice cream cake in town.
We did. Will's going to give us a closer look at the clash of the cake.
Life is sweet, and so is ice cream. Hi, I'm Will Perino, and today I'm here to give you the Daily Scoop. We'll be putting two ice cream cakes to the test and see which one is better. On one hand, we got Carvel, a popular chain that strives in their ice cream flavors and cakes. While on the other hand, we have a local favorite, McCool's, which has been open for over a decade. A group of Madison High School students will blindly taste the two and decide which one they prefer based on tasting. Let's see which one rises to the occasion and which one gets creamed. Let's roll out the tapes and see what happens on Clash of the Cakes. Hi, I'm Will Perino from Madison High School, and today we are going to be doing Clash of the Cakes. We have two ice cream cakes, one from McCool's and one from Carvel, and we're going to put them to the test to see which one is better. The blue plate will represent McCool's, and the red plate will represent Carvel. Upon tasting, the contestants will have to vote for which cake they like better. Alright, it is time for the cake. What do you think of the red team's plate?
It's pretty bad.
Pretty bad?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. Just comparing it to this, the ice cream is much better quality.
Pretty good. I think it's from McCool's.
What's the rundown?
I think I like this one better, just the ice cream's better.
The ice cream's better for blue.
Hey, I would say after eating both of them, I don't even want to finish this one.
So we're giving you two cakes today.
Yes.
Which cake are you preferring right now?
Definitely the one on the blue plate. The ice cream's creamier.
Okay.
It just has an overall better taste than the one on the red plate.
Okay.
You know, the crunchies definitely taste better on this one.
Do you have red plate and blue plate? Give us the rundown. What are you thinking? Which one would you go to? Say it's your daughter's birthday, son's birthday. Which cake are you going to?
They both had things that I liked and didn't like. And it might have also just been my serving of the cake. This one, the red one had more crunchies in the middle than the blue one did on mine.
Okay.
And there was one bit of frosting on the blue one that I didn't like, that I didn't like the taste of.
Oh, wow.
But overall, I liked the blue cake.
Which plate are you enjoying more right now?
Absolutely this one.
Absolutely that one. No hesitation. No hesitation.
No, yeah.
It's a blue plate all the way. And why is that?
Well, I mean, it's more creamy, I guess, and it's better than this one because that's so cute.
We have a clear winner. McCool's blue plate has won the cake clash. Thank you.
Well, it was very McCool to hear everyone's input on which cake they thought was the best.
Subject to student input, you, Ian, and Luke had a comedic roundtable last week.
Well, it wasn't supposed to be funny, but you know how things get with us. Now, I'm going to send over to my dear friend Ian to give us more information about that roundtable.
Today we have gathered 12 of your classmates, 3 from each grade, to answer questions about MHS and themselves. We will be presenting you all with a look into the mind of a Madison High School student. What will they say? How will they react? Find out right now with the first ever segment of the Madison High School League of Extraordinary and Remarkable Gentlemen of MHS in association with Purple Minion Productions, and the Guild of Young Adults and Men and Extraordinary Gentlemen alike of MHS and Purple Minion Productions.
Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden.
Cannot stand it.
I think our Chipotle is not as bad as other Chipotles.
I completely disagree with that. I completely disagree with that.
First of all, I don't know if you guys realize, like, every Chipotle is like the one in our town. It'll say it'll be ready in 10 minutes, but you'll have to wait for like about an hour.
Paying with cash, you either gotta get like no change or just like pay exact.
They don't tell you. I ordered. I got to the cashier and then they told me that it was
Yeah,
cash.
one time they made me buy a gift card, and then made me pay with that since I didn't have a card.
If I gotta go to the bathroom, it's definitely F, because no one's ever in there.
Get out of here. The gentleman show's pretty nice.
It's pretty fire.
I think final answer is C though. No.
Yeah, C for sure.
I'm locked into C.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
And now
Firehouse for sure. Yeah. Customer service is not there.
I'm gonna have to disagree with that.
Or what?
Italian Village has the best pizza.
Yeah, it's not close. It's not
In
close.
Italian Village.
Firehouse is the most inconsistent.
Firehouse. We're not going to talk about crust.
I wouldn't say
Yeah,
crust.
yeah,
I'm not gonna say
yeah, dude,
crust.
crust is gas. Crust.
I think it's between Firehouse and crust.
Nah, it's Italian
Crust,
Village.
100%.
It's Italian
I'd
Village.
say Italian
It's
Village.
Italian Village, and if you say
Italian
otherwise,
Village,
you're wrong.
100%.
and so I face the final.
At the
Keep it
table?
short. At the table? Yeah, keep it short.
Probably Mark.
Yeah, I got the most beef with the running because you like crashed the whip.
Oh God. Oh God.
Say Andy, because he's stingy. I'm gonna have to go with Ethan. He's just like a greedy guy.
Too greedy.
My friend, I'll say it clear.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yes.
I've been saying that all year.
Yes and no.
Why no?
I don't know. I mean, the pep rallies for like that 1 year, I don't know. It was a little boring. I
Yeah,
feel
which
like-
one? Sophomore?
Yeah, sophomore year.
Yeah,
We
but
kinda,
freshman
it was
year they
tug
were
of
lit.
war, the thing with the like the carts, and then
Joey
we
Sakala
played
shooting
knockout. The
basketball.
only thing, the knockout, that was fun. But that's when like we had a bunch of tall dudes who could dunk. So yeah, probably bring it back to pep rallies.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah, I think it builds a lot of spirit.
I'll state my case.
Cormac.
All right, Cormac.
Andrew Boyd. Bad kid. Does bad things. Hangs around a bad group of people.
Cormac, yeah, hangs out with you.
Yeah.
I'm certain I've lived.
Oh, alright, so I think I need a whole other segment to talk about this. If you want to talk about my little accident, if you'll call it that.
No, it was definitely an accident.
So I'm gonna have to go Denny, because Denny, I heard Denny was,
I traveled each and
Lit.
and more.
Yay! Okay! Who plays basketball? You do not play basketball.
Shoot the boys.
I would say the transition from football to hockey and basketball is always a good one.
Winter sports are definitely the most like electric.
Yo,
Like,
shout out
being,
Coach Led.
being inside.
Like I would say football is electric, except student section wasn't too good this year. But now that all the football kids are in the student section, it's gonna be fun.
Let's go.
Pop
having
out
the
Saturday.
football kids in the student section is a huge difference
Yeah.
for sure.
Big game.
Very interesting. Joe, you do a lot of filming and production. What did you film last week?
Well, last week I actually filmed the student section of the hockey game while Ian was getting clips of the boys on the ice. It was absolutely electric.
Let's take a look at some of that footage. Tyler.
I'm Joe. In this segment, we are covering the boys' ice hockey game against Mountain Lakes. The hockey team has been on the ice since early November and has been hard at work to get into the groove of the season. On Saturday, December 11th, the boys took on Mountain Lakes at Menonarita. It was a highly anticipated game
as the Dodgers were looking to improve their opening record after a few tough losses early on in the season. We hope that you enjoy the highlights of the game.
We're getting hyped today, boys.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Hockey game, Addison versus Mountain Lakes. Hopefully we see some bodies.
Where we at, man?
It's nice to get that first up, boys. Good job today. All right? We talked about how we got to work to get back to 500 hockey. You guys came out and you played hard for 45 minutes. Now, third period. Again, we got a little sloppy, so we still got stuff to work on. Men's going to be a tougher test, but you guys should be proud of the way you played tonight. And the thing that I loved above all else is that when we did mess up, when we did have a mistake, what did we do tonight? We answered back.
Action on the ice and around Madison, as the holiday season at MHS is always an exciting time.
Even more exciting, we don't have school for 10 days. Finally, we get to relax from all the tests and homework for a couple days.
We hope everyone has a fun and safe holiday. Sydney?
Happy holidays to you too.
From Broadcast Journalism, this has been Joe and Sydney. Thank you for watching, and remember, it's a great day to be a Dodger.